It may surprise you. I'm working with business guys all around the world, successful entrepreneurs, and I don't tell them to eat organic food left, right and centre. It jumped up in a client video that I'm actually giving this guy the foods that he likes, the foods that he wants. Now, why shouldn't you have organic foods? It's the health kick. It's what all the supermarkets want you to eat. Well, here's why you shouldn't. The first one, okay, clients shouldn't really worry about it, but it's more expensive. Organic food's really expensive. Standard food, conventional food, yeah, really not that expensive. So when people say, I can't eat healthy because it's too expensive, chances are they're thinking organic foods. That's number one. Number two, even in organic foods, pesticides are still used. And these natural pesticides are just as toxic, and they are just as carcinogenic as their counterparts. Things like the natural, but still toxic copper, that is used on fungicides and things like that. Natural sulfur is used all the time in the agriculture world. So maybe they do use less volume, maybe, but there is no 100% accurate way to tell. Pesticides have a minimal risk anyway. Just going past some bloody building traffic. Pesticides have a minimal risk to you as a human being. If your immune function is working, which is a good thing, then you're not going to have to worry about it. Even if your immune function has been knocked a little bit, you're not really going to have to worry about it. It's estimated that 99.9% of pesticides are actually natural. And that then leaves us with the 0.1% that are unnatural. That people are saying that is the reason you should have organic food because all these unnatural things are put on them. No. Plants, believe it or not, just like I said before about E numbers and things like that and chemicals are actually in fruit and veg naturally. Plants actually make their own pesticides before we even spray anything on them. Before, whether it's natural or unnatural, plants make their own pesticides. And it's actually estimated, I say estimated, the studies show, and there are multiple studies, out of hundreds of studies, okay? 3 cups of coffee a day is about 60 times more risky than pesticides, believe it or not. And that's actually at the rate we consume pesticides nowadays anyway. So if you're having coffee, and I love coffee, and then saying I need to have organic food, you've kind of like been a bit contradictory there. Spending more money on organic food, less organic food, is not as good for you as spending the same amount of money on more conventional vegetables. You're going to get more nutrients in there overall. You're going to be fuller. Chances are, because you're fuller, you're not going to grab at all those junk food snacks. And the taste, it's going to vary when it comes to different farmers, different fields, different amounts of water, different soil, different climates. But organic and conventional foods, the taste is no different. So you're not having organic food because of the taste. The British Food Standards Association found that also, this is the big one, and as I said, there are hundreds of studies showing it, and there are actually only 2 studies out of those hundreds that show a minute increase. But the British Food Standards Authority found no difference in nutrient quality between organic food and conventional food. So why don't I get my clients to have organic food? Well, they can if they want, but there's fuck all difference. And the ones that did find a minimal amount of difference, it was minimal. So Why worry about it? Organic foods are not sustainable long term. Okay? There's a reason we're using the pesticides. Because we want sustainable food. And the last one, the big thing when it comes to weight loss, before all these marketing tricks and bulletproof methods and things that are going to make you a warrior from doing intermittent fasting and carb backloading and going keto, the difference between organic food and conventional food is that there is no difference in calories. So they're not going to help you burn fat and melt your belly fat away any quicker. There's no difference in the calories. But there will be a difference in your bank balance. So stop stressing about it. The more stressed you get actually that something isn't organic, the more it's going to play around with your hormones. And that means the more you're going to be stopping your body fat. Enjoy your food. Enjoy your food, the food that's on your plate. And I'll give it to clients all the time. I chucked Doritos in a client's plan the other day. Why? Because he liked them and he wanted them. It's going to stop him grabbing a whole snack bag if he then has a couple of portion sizes. It's important to have food you like. Just like organic food isn't sustainable, your diet needs to be designed for you. For your full revitalization, that diet needs to be sustainable. So, get foods in you like, whether they're organic or not. Chuck foods out you don't like. There's 1,000,001 different foods in the world. So if you don't like chicken, don't have chicken. If you don't like rice, don't have rice. If you don't like potatoes, don't have potatoes. If you like chocolate, guess what? Have chocolate. So my question for you as I finish this. Are you ready to be revitalized? Let's talk.